Hello, how are we all today? How are we all? Hope we're all doing well, relatively well. However it may be, because Jim's house might be here, and he'll be back in stilettos in no time. Hello, Adam, Brendan, Massey, Rabbit Man. Who was it? Quick Cube, Jay, you asked if this is the same save as crowdsourced. Yes, this is where I'm just doing extra stuff. So that the videos aren't all just back-to-back me doing grass work forever. Or me doing like an job for... I forgot to set course play off again. Be gone. Hopefully that'll work. Is there a wheel spin? There will be one in tomorrow's video, which isn't yet recorded. Are you late? No. Your dirt mod is just dirt, no lime, etc. Interesting. Ooh, I need to zip to the shop. So I'm gonna just cheat real quick and teleport to the shop. Even though there's no like rule saying I can't teleport, because I want to check something. Oh, hang on, I can check it from here. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, good. Never mind. Is it one rule per video or stream? It is one rule every second video. And that's just so that the rules don't pile up insanely quickly and the wheel gets... You know, it gives you guys time to think up new rules for... The... No teleporting is actually in there, Alexander. I'll count tabbing as teleporting, so... And teleporting as tabbing, so... Have I done that XML thing for the Dirt mod? I have actually downloaded the new Dirt mod. New version went up today. And... re-downloaded the original big bags, and they work together now. So... As I'd hoped, the maker of the Dirt mod has fixed the issue that was being caused, that was minor, with big bags. I'm not running the updated version of Marwell. I need to look at how to update it fully. Oh, no I haven't, Massey. What I mean, it's an interesting limit. It limits when I can sell stuff, Adam. Because... Like, usually I'll sometimes like buy a tractor, use it for 5 minutes, and then sell it off again. Yeah, but I don't have the updated version of Marwell running yet. I'll need to read through. Apparently there's a post on Facebook explaining how to do it. So, I'll read through Oxy's post and update manually. Or do the update later on today. Because it might require me to download GE for the first time. And if I do, well, I'd want to download GE to make a couple of tweaks to the map anyway. Namely, turning off the bloody collisions on those telephone poles. Can I see that blur on the trees? Yes. Hello, Duatho. Is Marwell update gonna... I think he's hoping I'm bringing it to console, but he's doing the quick and dirty release right now, which is get you to do it yourself. That makes perfect sense. Why do you see the blur across the trees? Because Oxy's changed the distance blur. Oh, it's just a drag and drop update? Sweet. Does it require a new save? If it's a drag and drop update, no. The only time it would really need a new save is if he's fiddled with field mappings and stuff. Hello, Deafening Wings. What's the update? I have no idea, Ernie. Yeah, no, the blurred trees is intentional, don't worry. Digital Farmer telling you guys what I just did. Yeah, there's very few actual updates that Oxy could do to the map at this point that would require you to use a new save. The only thing that would be Seasons integration, which obviously Seasons isn't in the game yet. Is he taking the blur off? No, that's a decision he made for the sake of the map, and I quite like it, honestly. Gives a bit of depth of field to it. How am I today? Reasonably good. Ox said on Facebook, new save. Yeah. It's not tweaking anything that would require a new save. If it's a drag and drop update, it's not going to tweak anything, which is pretty good. I'm doing good, Donohue. If you got an alternate account with like a different name that is a bit more PG, I would very strongly appreciate you switching to that. Because I'd be nice. You're probably gonna get timed out or banned on with the name that you're using currently. Hey, Steve. Change it. Yeah, appreciate it, because I don't want to see people getting timed out or banned. I get that the name's funny. I appreciate the humor, but not PG, unfortunately. As much as I want to drop PG myself, it's not a good idea. So yeah, I've been taking like a couple of days. Yesterday I needed to take like time away from streaming, and like even TeamSpeak I wasn't on last night. I just needed to take a bit of time to myself to just kind of sit and just I approve of that name change. Just put big bags back in the mod folder after the dirt update. They do work together now, FS. Because I'm running now bog standard big bags again. Not Dave's broken them slightly with his update big bags. Because as it turns out, I did break something with the tweaks that I did. I just never mentioned it. Hello, Tom. How you doing today? Oh, dang it! I meant to... Oh. There's corned beef downstairs and I meant to grab it before I went upstairs a couple of hours ago. Am I gonna do... I probably won't do a realistic series at all, Tommy. I don't like the idea of doing them. I tend to go with really weird, silly ideas that may or may not work and see what happens. Hello, Irish R6. How's things? Things are good. Things are as good as they can be right now. Ooh. Four-wheel steer on this keeps putting me off. Just a milk and... Oh, was the milk sell point broken? I saw something about that earlier on, and I wasn't sure if that was a real thing or just somebody was after making a derp. Yeah, that's definitely a fix that I'll need to put in, because I do have some cows. Evening, RN Agri. I really should have grabbed the corned beef, because now I'm getting a bit peckish. Dang it. Dang it, Tom, for bringing it up. It's like spam is just corned beef. And I love me some corned beef. Hello, DJ. How you doing today? Currently can't sell milk. I don't know if you can't, but I heard there was an issue. Maddie, in the interest of me actually remembering, could you like throw it into the comments? Because I did get another couple of comments since I finished updating everything, so throw it into the comments of like today's video or yesterday's video. It'll show up at the top of my comments list. Because I spent about an hour before the stream with my classic rock playlist on Spotify going through comments. And I may or may not have sang along. May or may not have sang along to Paranoid and We Will Rock You and stuff like that. There's something about classic rock that just, like, you have to sing along and it has to be loud. Which isn't a good idea because it gives me a headache, but I still do it because I'm an idiot. You have like 6 tins of corned beef? I've got just a packet of pre-sliced corned beef. But yeah, I'm gonna be munching away on that later, I think. Because that is a delicious snack. Spam is ham. Use it for fishing. I thought spam was corned beef, no? Am I wrong? Have I been imagining spam wrong all these years? Because I've never had spam. Spam is ham. I've been imagining spam wrong for years. Lumpy sauce, it's fine. The baler won't care. Spiced pork and ham. That makes a lot more sense than corned beef. Why did I think it was corned beef? Hey Tristan, how you doing today? Everybody who left comments the last couple of days, apart from those of you that left it within, I'm gonna say the last hour or so, I have replied to every comment left on the Crowdsource Challenge videos so far, so feel free to see what my ruling on your rule or just your comment in general was. You don't know anyone that eats spam? Neither do I, come to think of it. I know plenty who eat corned beef. Tom says spam, the stream immediately just kills itself because spam. Fried spam and eating a sandwich. Fried spam and eating a sandwich? Why would you not just make, you know, bacon? Bacon sounds much more delicious. And is much, well, bacon is the most delicious. Especially in sandwich form. Especially if you replace the bread with more bacon. So let's get... Oh no, I want to rake the grass as well, don't I? Stop. You received no comment on your suggestion. I did not see your suggestion, Faye. Hey James D. Dave's me. Why do my streams so often turn to us talking about food? This is something I will never understand. This is something that will frustrate me forever, is why do my streams so very often end up with this really long-winded food discussion? Corned beef is disgusting. No. It's delicious. I legitimately, like, you know, like, pre-sliced corned beef packs you can get in supermarkets, I legitimately just, like, eat them. Hey, farming boy, and on. It's tea time and we're hungry, that is... excuse me, Faye. I did reply to that. I told you to go play with a Zetter. I've been showing you how to... I ate on stream like once. I stream and most people are eating. This is true. This is why I'm always like hungry on stream. This is why I'm fat. Passed the theory test today. Congrats, farming boy. I've not even done mine. I need to, like, figure out the theory test and actually start learning to drive at some point. By the way, has Oxy just put... I'm not sure how this field works. Is this all, like, new grass, or is this old grass? Because it's the same texture and it's confusing me. Think you're gonna go make some eggs? Very nice. Homemade curry, you should just put chicken in the oven. In the oven? Who puts chicken in the oven for a curry? Gets boiled in the pot. Next stream will be me demolishing a tin of corned beef. Excuse me, I don't get corned beef in tins. I get corned beef. Is there a packet here? Aha! I get corned beef like this. Just sliced corned beef. Red sauce and eggs. I do occasionally when I'm feeling weird, but not general. I don't generally use ketchup at all. Corned beef looks like out-of-date ham. True. Pull the chicken apart when it's done, the mix into the curry. See, the problem is that dries out the chicken. It's much more juicy and it's much more delicious if you boil the chicken instead of roasting it. HP brown sauce. What? Why is HP just synonymous with brown sauce? This is something that has always confused me. Like, you've got Heinz ketchup and HP brown sauce. Why is this? Also, why is it just called brown sauce? These are things that confuse me. Is like, why is it just brown sauce? It's HP sauce. Yeah, but everybody calls it brown sauce because it's brown, Tom. This is the thing. Like, ketchup, yeah, there's about 17 different names for ketchup. Heinz beans. Heinz means beans, yes. It's sauce that's brown. You don't like sauce at all, FS? I like curry sauce. And sweet chili sauce. Sweet chili sauce is the best. Chef brown sauce. Yeah, I'll never understand why it's called brown sauce. Oh, and the fact that it's brown. Curry sauce and fish and chips. Tom Drury knows where it's at. Hey, MJ. Fish and chips with curry sauce. Oh my god, that is the greatest thing in the world. I know that ketchup is more of a process, but, you know, everybody knows tomato ketchup as ketchup. Vinegar on bread. What? Chili and barbecue sauce. Oh, barbecue sauce is really good too, actually. And mayonnaise for, like, sandwiches. Loads of chemicals are meant to be really wonky. I've not used them. Are they wonky? It might be FS or whoever was asking about the wonky loaders, because I've already lost the comment. Oh, Jim's house. It might be that they're made for 1.3 and they don't behave very well in 1.2. Hello to those of you just joining. I'm losing track of reality. You will once you fix some stuff, sweet. I might not ever put it on the channel, MJ, because many reasons, but I'd like to, and I'd like to have a look at it. Tomorrow's your flying day. Where are you flying off to, Mr. Jingles? You have to cook 3 meals for your GCSE. My sister had to do that for her, I think it was junior cert. And, because they had to keep the meals, or the food they cooked, I ended up with a delicious dinner cooked by her. Because she didn't want it. Welcome to Dave, welcome to Dave Talks Food, because this is apparently all we talk about in the streams now. It's a good safe topic. There's no controversy. My sister, oh yeah. Mr. Jingles, I do openly admit that I have the memory of a particularly forgetful goldfish. So don't be too offended if I forget something you say. Cheese, garlic, and curry chips? Well, all at once? No! No, you can't ruin the garlic with curry sauce. You can't ruin the curry sauce with garlic. And you can't ruin either of them with cheese. You can't mix them. Good lord. If you're enjoying the food talk, if you like food, like the stream. Otherwise, how are you living? We need more fruit. I was talking about that in Giants Discord earlier, FS Gaming. Somebody was demanding, like, white corn. I was like, what's the point of having, like, a different version of the same crop that's in game when we can have new and interesting crops, like carrots and cabbages and lettuce and other things that I've forgotten already. No cheese. I like cheese, Fahy, just not with curry sauce. They don't go well together. Actually, I will admit, cheese and garlic sauce do go well together. Because it works really well with pizza. When flesh and it's gone. Pretty much 6. That's kind of mine as well. I'm like an elephant when I screw up, though. So any screw-ups I make, I remember forever. Hey, Dusty Dave. We're talking food, as always. This seems to be the one topic that just keeps coming up is food. Can I not stream it? I mean, MJ, you can send it to me and put whatever the hell rules you want in place. I just kind of want to have a look around and get to grips with how it feels. So, if you don't want it streamed, or you, like, if you don't want to stream, that's fine. If you don't want videos done, that's fine. If you want to put some weird specific rules in place, that's fine. As far as I'm concerned, if a modder gives me something early, any rules they come up with are absolutely hard rules. And yeah. Hey Ryan. What are we on about? Food. It's my stream, Bradley. Fat boy talk about food. Hey Oxy. I hear there's an update from Marwell that's doing. I saw the zip and I haven't done it yet. It's just the egg and milk sell points apparently. There's something to that effect. I've been busy going through comments instead of actually looking at Facebook today, so I've not had a chance to actually check. I've been busy actually doing productive work things. Just 2 little experiments. Oh, sweet. Did I like your rules? I replied to them as Hedgehog. I replied to every comment that was left until about half an hour or so before the stream. Because I had to put a stopping point in there somewhere so I could get ready, and I still started the stream a bit late. Definitely lying. Quick, look at the last... look at episode 1 of Crowdsourced, or episode 2. Almost all the comments have a reply from me. Or Discord, where there are pictures of, like, the wheel as it is now. Which was all done today, because I was just in an off mood yesterday. An update popping up for you. It's on his Facebook page, FS. So you need to download a zip file and actually manually do the update. Well, I think that's evil, but it's kind of lawful evil. It's the kind of evil that I will accept as a rule. Yeah, when the full update is ready, Oxy will put it up on Giants. Don't worry. It's just that for now, there's kind of an interim do-it-yourself one. Hey, Story Dark. How you doing today, dude? If you don't trust yourself doing the manual update, I've heard Oxy has like a walkthrough on his Facebook. It's a drag and drop, so there's no actual typing you need to do that can break things. But if you don't trust yourself doing it, then don't do it and just hold off. I'm spaciously... Don't you mean... No. FS Legend, I think you'll find the correct phrase is horizontally gifted. Vertically challenged, horizontally gifted. 5-second job. Less if you're quick at dragging. But I do know, Oxy, there are some people who are scared to even do that because they don't trust themselves to not break things. So, like, if you're not confident, just hold off for a while. Hey, lads. So, down your first PC today. Oh, for the love of crap. Okay, crop growth is slowing now because that's... Where's crop growth? Oh, that's the problem. Let's just set it to normal. Bloody troll grass. It's what? What happened there? That will also be updated for seasons. Ooh. Bloody troll grass. I hate when the grass does this. It's like, oh, we're doing really well windrowing this thump. Oh. Yeah. Hey, Nathan. I'm looking forward to seeing what the hell the Seasons guys have in store this time. End of the year, I think it's more done than they want people to think. Just looking at the pictures and knowing Rakin, it's more done than he wants people to think it is. Are we gonna drive over any signs? Are there any signs to drive over in this map, Oxy? How's my tooth? It's fine today. It was just moody yesterday. They were only working on FS19 trees. Ah, yeah. I think the Wopster is based on like some suggestions from me and Landy and the guys. To have like a... If you remember this back in the day, there was a mod... Signs are Dave proof. Oh god. Now I'm concerned. Meadowgrove's done now? I must download the new version when you give it an old upload, Nathan. And have a look around and see what you've done. Ooh, by the way, Oxy, now that I think about it, and while you're here, somebody on, was it Sunday, found a minor bug with the map. I'm gonna zip over as quickly as I can to show you. And it is tiny, and I didn't see it until they pointed it out. Because there is a single piece of fence missing at the pigs. A single piece of fence. Right here. The pigs can be a bit more free range than they're supposed to be. Easily done. Not sure if the real dirt control works with MTA. Let's find out. I've got the real dirt color at the very least, unless there's a different mod you're talking about. I've got that installed, so let's just grab a cultivator and do a circle. Let's do an MTA test. Pigs have shock collars. You need to buy the land first. Ah! Okay. That actually makes sense! That actually makes perfect sense. Because to put down a tip anywhere pile, you need to own the land. So the game is registering you don't own the land, and therefore a tip anywhere pile can't go down where you don't own the land. So you can't have dirt and mess where you don't own the land. Do I have a cultivator? I should have a cultivator somewhere. There it is. So let's see if... I'm presuming when you say real dirt, you mean the dirt colour. Let's see if that behaves with MTA. You don't have to own the horse pen. This is probably a really bad example, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. Look at the plough texture. Look at the plough texture on the outside. The dirt colour mod definitely works with MTA. Side bales of clamp. I'm planning on clamping it. But I don't have a forage wagon at the moment, which is a bit of an oversight on my part. Hey, CD. Loader wagon, forage wagon, loader wagon's all one. So it's a wagon that loads forage. Enjoy a snow day in Iowa. Very nice. The brown is nice, but it seems like somebody might have attacked it with a bit of an angle grinder when it wears down a bit. Which I find comical, and actually it kind of adds. It looks like somebody's done some really dodgy repairs. The pickup wagon mobile. It's fine. We'll come up with a new name for forage loader grass pickup wagon mobile things. It's a loader that loads wagons. Can I just call it the silage mobile? I think if you, Oxy, if you just make the bale destroy trigger just a bit bigger than the building, it should be fine. Just nudge it out the door a bit. It's also a bit low, it seems. Because if we've got bales stacked 3 high on the brown bale trailer, the top row just ends up hovering. Grass, 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 and grass. Silage mobilization. The main thing is you guys know what kind of trailer I'm talking about. In fact, they're called forage wagons in the game, are they not? Loading wagon. Oh, loading wagons. Even more grass. Yeah. But I'm Irish and there's not much field work that I can really do right now. Even this field needs ploughing, by the way. I've seen the new trailer on Facebook. No, I haven't. The quicker picker-upper? That works too. The not a forage harvester forager. Just made your very first bale. That shows how often Fahy plays FS19, guys. Or how much he's played it so far. If you're enjoying, by the way, you can hit subscribe, you can hit like, you can hit share, you can do all those things if you really want to. Also, hit the notification bell for occasionally getting notifications. If you want reliable notifications, join the Discord. Because the bots work a bit more in there than they seem to do on YouTube. There was an interesting... I gotta talk about this because it's a good topic. An interesting chat for about an hour on Giant's Discord earlier about the dodgy sites, and if there's a way to deal with them that doesn't involve suing them, CD, if there's a way to like get the community to move on to more reliable sites, and you know, somebody in there was saying it's not up to Giants. I agree with them, it's not. It's down to the community to do this. As a community. Albon, I'm Irish. Grass is a meme. You get any Irish YouTuber who does farm sim, they will do grass more often than not. But I kind of think that modders and players need to agree on like one site that is just going to be the non-giant site for mods. But I don't know. The problem is there's so many sites that are good. Because even Nexus apparently deal with farm sim mods, although nobody uses it. Nexus is the place where you get all the really good Fallout and Skyrim mods and stuff. ModHub, Makers Facebook pages, and Discords can't go wrong. What about, Steve, people who are Googling, you know, on Google looking for, like, I don't know, John Deere 4430 mod? Because they're going to be directed to only the dodgy sites. Like, I think as a community we need to try and get a site that is reliable up towards the top of Google and use that for mods, not just like people's own Facebook pages. Any Muslim mod out yet? Nope. You gotta deal with that yourself, Faye. Good luck. Oh, there is! It's probably on a dodgy site, which is why I haven't heard of it. I know somebody's converted manual attach already. Google lift heavy things. Hey, Aiden. It's strange using your actual name. It's like Jake. It's just strange. There are 25 mods on Nexus. Yeah, it'd be nice if there was one site where I could say, like, if you want something but it's not on Giants Mod Hub, go to this site. And I know that I could say Scum Hub, but that's not the answer. A reliable, good site that people all use. Where you know it's going to be the original link, you know it's going to be good it's going to be at least relatively good quality. And you know, that's kind of the biggest issue. Nexus site is nexusmods.com, I believe. I used it for Skyrim and I can't remember the website. Steve, I'm not well known. You'd be better off talking to Dagwood about that. But I don't think it's a campaign he'd be willing to run. Some people use FSUK, like my own preference is FSUK. But being blunt, I don't care what site it is that you're thinking Oxy. Maybe. I don't care what site it is at the end of the day that has like all the quality mods, just as long as there is one and like it's set up in such a way that it goes to the top of Google and people know it and you know it's well promoted. But I don't know if it's possible to do that. You heard your name. We're trying to figure a way to kill the dodgy sites without suing them to death, because not everybody can afford that. Hey, the Cobb, by the way. Use .defs gaming. Modding World is reasonably good. I need to look through their site a bit, because I've heard there's some good stuff. And Forbidden Mods, their mod team, I'm not going to say their entire site, but their mod team is pretty good. Because I know on Forbidden Mods there are some areas where it's less than legit mods, we'll say. Your dirt mod isn't getting limey on Marwell. Yeah, that's the problem me and Landy had as well. You're just saying, yeah, it's mod hoster in a nutshell. They don't really care. This is the big problem, Yanis, is the dodgy sites are really good, and I will applaud them for this, really good search engine optimization, so it becomes a bit of a mess to... Ooh, you can do that backwards. I don't know why you'd want to. Thought I was doing clamp silage. Bradley, this is hay. You didn't watch today's video, did you, Bradley? Because I've split this field in two. I mowed it all, but I've split it in two for processing. Where this half here, the slightly bigger half, is hay, and the slightly smaller half over there is going to be for silage. You've not seen it yet, okay. Yeah, no, I've split the field in two, so that I can get both hay and silage out of it to maximize usage. Which I feel is it kind of makes sense. It's an unusual thing to do, probably, but like, when there's a clear distinction between what could be argued as two halves of a field, it makes sense to kind of use that as a split if you want to do two different things with it. Which is exactly what I've done. Been at work since 8, so you've not been home long. Fair enough, dude. The video went up at 6 this morning, though, so thinking emoji. Hey, Glengar. How you doing? You didn't want a fence or tree mod to split field 18 in half? Why not just terraform some grass in halfway through? You're trying to get me to use the 8 or 9 RT. You wouldn't really see them in the UK too much. You have food. Oh god, Glengar, no, we've just stopped talking about food. I'm doing good. Doing better than I was yesterday. If you look in Discord admin chat, you'll see how I was doing yesterday. Which was toothache, stomach achy, just pain and suffering. And I felt like butts all day. You have a pizza in the oven? Very nice. You can make a ditch. You don't even need to make a ditch, you just need to like paint a line of grass with terraforming, because like then it's you can even run a seeder over it. Hey Dan. What am I having for dinner? Food, probably. More weights for your front weight collection on the mod hub today. To get my teeth pulled? No! I did the smart thing and just slept it off. The balers always remind you of a constipated turtle having a very protracted What the hell? Spagball? Oh, Glengar, I'm jealous. Might be Spagball for me, who knows? Your mod is a bit heavy, I know, yeah. I'm all for like modders making what they want. I'm all for it, but oh my god, stop with the front weights. We've got enough weights. Please. What is console command to add where? You won't find anything on Google, Dan. It's a secret command. It's a hidden one. You need to have cheat mode enabled, and it's GS add where state or set where state, one of the two. So it's one of those hidden commands that are in the game because it's in cheat mode, like GS add money or just cheat money even. I swear, weights are gonna become a meme, just like the 8400R did. It's gonna be the next meme in Farm Sim. I can guarantee it. Just you no, Bradley, that was me jiggling my leg. I've got a mess of cables and stuff just under my desk here, so when I jiggle my legs, sometimes you'll hear like cables and controllers and stuff tapping. How do you get cheat mode? I have a video on the channel on how to do it, Jack. Doesn't work if you're using a disc copy, by the way. Is it possible to slow down? Yes, but it's finicky because it involves you using an Xbox controller and pressing the right trigger just perfectly. Those cultivars, I don't think I ever used those in 17. Are they good? Because I heard somebody was saying Landy screamed at them for a while in 17. So that kind of raises a bit of a red coloured flag to me immediately. At least it's not hundreds of forks this time. This is true. You've just... Ah! People were saying in the comments of that video that you can't do it on disc. You wish the wear and maintenance were separate. I wish... I wish you could set it so that like if you fix the wear, it didn't fix the look. Or if you did the maintenance, it didn't fix the wear look, because like on certain pieces of equipment like CD stuff, the wear texture just improves it. But then again, on some Giants piece of equipment like the Massey telehandler, it's bad. It's quite bad. You know, I'll defend Giants to the ends of the earth, and I'll defend this game to the ends of the earth when it's deserved. But when it's deserved, I will say, yeah, there are some really terrible things still in the game. Not even halfway around the first headland. Yeah, welcome to Marwell Fae, where you're gonna have just insane numbers of bales forever. Class DLC rumors through the roof, the class rep saying be patient. It's really funny because people still think it's going to be the first DLC when Liz openly said in the Discord, no, it's not going to be class. Before the class announcement was even made, he said, no, it's not going to be class. Just immediately no, it's not. There's not enough time. From what I can understand, the class announcement was very sudden. It came kind of out of the blue, so don't expect class as the first DLC. I would say don't even expect it in FS19. It won't be John Deere. Liz also said it won't be John Deere. So I'm thinking now it might be something different. It'll need to be a headliner for class to come in. And I think it's most likely gonna be 21. I think the metal version could be a possibility. That does have quite a lot of prestige associated with it. First DLC is completely made, JD. It's just like when they can announce it. Ooh, 2 hours today. Landy's streaming at 7. So we got just over an hour left. What DLC are we hoping for? I was hoping for John Deere, but now that it's confirmed that it will not be John Deere, kind of hoping for some interesting equipment. I don't really care about a brand. I'm hoping for some interesting equipment from whatever brand wants to give us interesting equipment this year. I think the most likely option, as Ernie said, is Horsch. And if it is Horsch, that'll be a free DLC, so that'll be a real crowd pleaser. You'd like new JCB stuff? That'd be sweet. Only 33 likes. Come on, guys. Up the like the stream if you like farming and air and tractors. You should just like the stream. Some older, smaller stuff, that'd be too good though, Jeremy. That's the problem, is like, I've always been railing in favour of like a classics DLC. And I think Matt's DLC in 17 did wake Giants up to the fact that people just want classics. Because I think that did a lot better than Giants ever expected it to. The problem is that... No problem, man. The problem is like, a lot of the problem with Giants is with the brands, because they maybe don't want the classics being out there too much. Because like they can't sell the classic equipment. That's the big issue, is that like the brands might not want the classics out there because they all talk about their history, but at the same time they can't sell you. Like Fiat can't sell you today a 190 or 11090. JCB today can't sell you a load-all from the 90s. John Deere can't sell you today one of their really historic classics. Yeah, as much as I'd love it, I can understand why it's probably not going to be a thing. It's clear screen when loading. Callum, you got it on Steam. Right-click the game, hit Properties, and then you'll have to search for it because I can't remember what tab it's under. But verify the integrity of your game files. It sounds like your game's corrupted itself, which is something that happens disturbingly often on Steam. Imagine if it's a Macdon DLC. I think it might be. It might be a front-weight DLC. None of you thought of that, did you? Classic Fords would be amazing. FS Gaming. Don't actually go and ask Liz about that, by the way. I'm just memeing. There's a Fiat anniversary this year, so maybe then it could be a Fiat Agri DLC. I did not know there was a Fiat anniversary, so we might get some classic Fiats. There's food DLC. Well, farming is all about food, so I'm fine with that. New Holland are celebrating 100 years of Fiat. That makes things interesting. Yeah, I still think that at some point there should... this is going to be one of the rare times where I say there should be something. There should be a classic John Deere DLC. John Deere are a brand that's very proud of their history. It only makes sense that they bring that history to Farm Sim. Testing DLC would be nice, that would be nice. And apparently my love of conventional square bales and wanting a proper good accumulator for them isn't as rare as I thought. Because like New Holland make this really weird, interesting accumulator. Used to be pot noodle factories at some point. Could you imagine like me making a map with the memes that I've come up with on the channel, just a pile of front weights somewhere. The shop is just 78 or 8400 hours staring at you with googly eyes that I've actually put on the 8400 hours, and all of the sell points are noodle factories. Try the command on a 7810 mod and it stayed the same. Some mods won't have wear maps. CD stuff does. In fact, let me roll over to the shop and show you guys that little command in action on the Brown trailer. Go look at the contracting. You've seen Landy's picture then, Callum. And Oxygen David's, I take it. Yeah, I knew about them before the map was really, before the map was out, so... Use it on the fast track? No, I haven't used it on the fast track yet, I don't think, so let's do a double investigation. Well, a single investigation and one demonstration, because I know what the Browhan trailer looks like with the wear. Memeville Farms. Seeing how Star got introduced in Platinum Edition, because I see Giants introducing class this way. Sorry if this has been asked before, you don't get to... Chad, it's an answer I can't give, because that'd be 100% up to class. I think it's possible. There is quite a decent bit of prestige associated with the metal edition of the game, as I call it, because it's the best way to kind of refer to it without referring to it as an individual metal, because we don't know what it's going to be yet. What's the key combo to do this? How to open cover, game? Open cover. Why did that take so long? Oh. It has to run through this little animation, then it just pings. You can tell I never farmed in real life. I could have told you that ages ago. Is it set where state? Or add where state? It's add where state. Add where amount. So this is the brown fully worn. As is now the fast track, which mostly it's done nothing, but around the engine area, around the engine bay, it's kind of done a lot more. Like the radiator is now pretty much fully metallic, as are the exhausts there, or the exhaust manifold, I should say. The actual exhaust is apparently made of plastic. Oh, I like the steps. A little detail work on the steps there now. Are they supposed to be... Is that fully worn steps, or are they always silver? They're always silver. Never mind. Yeah, this is another piece of equipment that's just going to be forever fully worn, because it just... While I do think it looks a bit like somebody's taken an angle grinder to it in spots. I do quite like the way the wear looks. And I did, by the way, say that to CD directly. He sent me a picture before he released it, and I said, dude, it looks like there's been an angle grinder taken to it in places. It is nice. Don't get me wrong. don't misquote me. It's nice, but I feel like in spots it's a bit touch extreme. Back to the baling we go. Can I choose which one I like? I'm pretty sure I downloaded it yesterday. Yeah, the floor I'm happy with. In fact, the floor I would say actually needs more wear. I think in real life the sandblasting effect of the grain would wear all the paint off, as opposed to just most of it. And maybe like a fifth of the way up the side should be just completely bare metal. So yeah, I'm criticizing it for both not having enough wear and having too much. CD. This is what you have to deal with when you deal with me. It doesn't have enough wear, but it's got too much wear, but it also doesn't have enough. 5 is maximum, Dan. That's why I just immediately went 5. It's a scale of 1 to 5 for some reason. Because I thought it was a scale of like 0 to 100, which would make a lot more sense. But no, it's a scale of 0, like possibly 0 to 5? I guess setting it to -5 would bring it to 0, so it must be a scale of 0 to 5. Can I see where the TMR triggers of the cowshed? I would imagine it's like in the middle of the shed, no? Hey, Landy. 41 silage bells from the first headland, yeah. I take it you're doing the entirety of field 19 in silage then, Faye. Even 1 to 10, yeah. Like it makes me question some sanity there. You've missed our big long chat about food, Landy. Mainly corned beef. which I know you love. Also Spagball, which you definitely love. Why is my chat lagging? It's not... Ironically, chat is lagging on the more powerful computer. It's fine on Spudputer, the lag... Yeah. The computer with literally no power has no lag in chat. The computer with literally all the power that I've got for computing has all of the lag in chat. When I get the cows rolling, yeah, I think this is a good idea for this field. Hey, JJ. What's up? The number of bales on this bloody map. Because there's a reason I'm not accepting any rules. They're like, no autoloaders. Set them out in 1. Oh, so it's a 0 to 1 scale. Good. Field end of the cowshed. It might be the way you're pointed, Ernie. Might be picky about directions. Keep in mind that the feed mixers can be picky about directions. Had you the where? GS. Add where amount. You actually don't mind corned beef. My trolling has failed. Away I go. No. Oh, by the way, Lanny, I'm feeling much better than I did yesterday, so I'll probably be on TeamSpeak tonight. Yesterday I just wasn't in the mood to talk to anyone. You have to turn on console commands, Jack. It gets really complicated. What's up, Andy? I was in a really, really bad mood yesterday. And actually it was a lot longer than just yesterday. I only admitted it yesterday. Although I did go to bed quite early and woke up at like 10:30 this morning, and I feel wrong. It feels wrong and unnatural. I should end the stream abruptly like that. How did I misread sliced as welded? Ernie, I misread what you said as I have to go get my gum welded. I'm like, why would you weld somebody's gum? How do you weld somebody's gum? That is so very confused. Then I read it again and said, oh, actually, Dave has just been stupid and forgotten the English language again. Maybe I should put my glasses on. This might be an idea. Where's the thing? There we go. Is there mystery? There's always mystery dirt. Where do you do that? In your... Is it game XML? That's in. There we go. Now I have eyes. Now I can see. Do I have a job? Yes, it's YouTube. Don't do YouTube as a job. Take it from somebody who knows. You coming back in TeamSpeak? Last night, Landy, I was just in... Or yesterday in general, I was just not in a good place. What type of beta am I using? Square beta. Pretty sure these bales are counted as square bales at the very least. Technically they're rectangular, cuboid bales, but they're counted as square bales for some reason. Because that's the way human language works. Cleveland right over my head. Yes. Yes. Oh, a couple of human hour today, Landy. My brain is fried. You should know this happens every time I wake up at an actual human hour that people should wake up at. I have no idea what reality is anymore. Hey, Dylan. I said yesterday I was just super tired as well. Because I was downstairs just sitting watching TV for a while and just kept nodding off. If I keep waking up at human hours, reality will return. Or maybe it becomes some sort of weird alternate reality where every dog is a cat and elephants can fly. And a pig is made of bananas. Do I like salmon? It's okay. It can get boring if you have it too much. This is my issue with salmon, is it can get boring. To wake up at 4 AM just to watch my stream. I'm usually awake at 4 AM, but because I haven't slept yet. Ooh, could a mod allow Bradley's comment? CD. Is it you or is class not sold? It's not really sold much in the US. It is making its way into the US market now, Benny. In the last few years, but yeah, historically class wasn't sold in the US except under the cat branding for the Lexions. And I think some of the tractors were also rebranded as cat, but they are now actually moving in like fully into the US market as class. In much the same way the Krone have, and I guess most of the European brands. Yours didn't get blocked. It did, Bradley. It was up to a mod review, so that's why I asked the mods to let it through. It doesn't show up as blocked on your end. That's why that's why you're confused. It doesn't show up as like going into the review bin on your end, but it does on my end and on the mod's end. And until it goes through the review and the mods allow it through, nobody who's not a mod can see it. This is the issue with YouTube chat at times, is it blocks stupid stuff. Like pretty much any comment about follow me. And now the only brands that are common are Deer and Case. Yeah, but Class, don't get me wrong, Class is a very small brand in the US. But they are making their way slowly but surely into the US market. Like if you look it up on Google, you probably find it's the old one. I'm still pretty sure that he'll have a bit of fun with that. It's a really old version from the previous game. Oh dear. Follow me exist. That's one way to get around the YouTube block, though. It's well done. Doesn't exist in FS19 yet. The mod author hasn't gotten around to updating it. From what I understand, it's made by Decker. This is a known thing because I actually checked on the mod hub not too long ago. It's made by Decker, and the last I heard, he was going through some personal stuff. So I don't know if he's gonna have the time to convert it up to 19. Look on Facebook. Will do. Some people use ScumHub as a kind of a catalogue of mods. I did it for a period when I was using the dodgy sites. Let's click on the link. By the way, Landy, this is the Chiptune channel on Pretzel. I'm really enjoying it, and chat is to a certain extent as well. Oh wow. He didn't even credit CD! Wow. That's somebody who's gonna feel the pain. If lily wagons are Fent now, are Fent wagons Challenger in America? They might be Lily in America, Adam. This is the thing, is Fent and Agco can use whatever brand they like. They could be branded as Massey's for all that matters. Hey, Faisy. This is the funny thing. Also, something it's fun that's in game but not in real life is the have they changed that actually? The ideal. Yeah, no, it's still a thing. The Challenger ideal was never made. It was going to be made, but never did. Which is why it's in game, but not in real life. I do that every time, Steve. That's why I always kind of say it slowly. Probably somebody who has no idea what trouble they've just got themselves into, Glengar. Only Massey and Fent have ideal in real life, yes. But there was going to be... This is a fun little thing that kind of shows the timeline of the game. There was going to be a Challenger ideal as well. There was going to be a third branch of that harvester. But Agco changed their minds kind of towards the last minute and nixed the Challenger ideal, which is why it's in game, but it doesn't exist in real life. Is because Agco changed their minds and their plans. Meanlandy the best? I mean, we look... I don't know about that. Definitely about me. I'm quite bad. Round head. Yes, I know I've got a round head. Congratulations for having eyes. If I shave my beard, my face is completely spherical. It's hilarious. Massey in America, Fent in Europe. Ah, I think they said it as a Massey in Europe as well, though. I think the Challenger ideal was intended for the US market. We look alike. I mean, we both have bad hair, bad beards, and we're fat, so I guess. Makes more sense than a squarehead. Are you insulting David Coulthard, Dwaffle? That sounds like an insult to David Coulthard, who has a perfectly square head. Why did the diffs lock? Because I can. Yes, Adam, they are. I think it was Class bought out Leaper, or maybe the other way around, but Class and Leaper are now basically the same company. So the loaders are going to look like look identical because they are. Hey, Edibu. Right. Now I need to figure out if I can afford a forage wagon. I cannot. Right. Let's move on. I mean, it looks nice. I couldn't have done that if I tried. That was amazing. That was the perfect turn. Maybe class or partner for Giants with Giants for Leaper? Maybe. It was just a rebranding deal, maybe. I don't know the full story there. I know that like class loaders are just literally just repainted Leapers. Or at least the newer models are. Because I know somebody's going to look up one from 1986 and say, that's not a Leaper! Yes, I know. The tiers are going to be bold if I have deflock on all the time. I'm sure the tiers will be fine. They'll behave themselves. Okay, where has the best price for soybeans? It better be me. Greendale stores. me! Hey! We're off to Rainbow Ridge, lads. Just like what JD to the Moors. Yeah, that's true. It's, yes, celebratory indicator, also the beacons, because I hit the wrong button. Also the drawing of the person in the contracts. It's a little joke Oxy put in, Alexander. You know Oxy and his little, his love of Easter eggs. We're after Rainbow Ridge. Be warned, if you're at Rainbow Ridge, the owner's arriving. At least turn of diff lock on the road. Yeah, diff lock has had a turn. It is on. It is a tip of the hat, yeah. It's little sneaky references. Whatever he can get past giants. It's as much or as little as he can get past giants, basically. But he's always done that. Just thank yous for helping him out, and I guess it's his own way of showing appreciation to, you know, the people that have helped him and whatnot. Is 4-wheel drive mod out? Tractors and Farm Sim are 4-wheel drive by default, FS Gaming. I was drawing. I think Oxy just like googled random stuff. Deutzfar has been around these streams for so long, and he still hasn't realized that I don't do anything realistically ever. It's kind of funny. You mean drive control? No, that's probably not going to make it into the game at all, FS Gaming. The guys behind drive control work for Cattle Crops, so... And I think they've said they're not going to be making Farm Sim mods anymore. It's just a paint deal? Okay, Sam. I'm kind of happy with that, because oh, good lord. Maybe I should turn 4-wheel steering off when I'm on the road. Maybe. But not right now. Because right now we get the fun of trying to deal with the forage wagon. And getting it into this. Four-wheel steering is illegal in the UK? Is it? Whee! Being illegal! Screw the rules, I have a fast track. Fields 15-18 ploughed, 10.7 hours on plough, yeah. William Peterson, welcome to the channel. You know, I think that timing was just perfect. You drive like an idiot. Yes, I do. Does a flip. Also, I've not been cheating the money out that I should have been, have I? I'm gonna give myself minus like 1,000. I didn't see that comment. Yeah, I play like RainbowDave does, Deutz. RainbowDave is an idiot. Hey, I'm Farmer. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat. A computer parts ordered. Ooh, about parts. Now I'm curious. There's so many people doing computer upgrades at the moment. I'm kind of jealous. Because I want to do an upgrade. Oh, it does kick into... No, that doesn't... That's still four-wheel steer, Landy. Never get the MX Bill grab from mod up to 4, loses all the colour. You're building one? Well, yes. What are the parts? What are your specs? Errol. I thought you meant in-game! You know how easily confused I am, Landy. Talking about it in the game, and then I was like, oh yeah, kicks into his steer, so I check it. No, I meant in real. Git. Should have specified. You know me enough to know that I'll get confused. It's really nice little wagon. It's nice, but I wouldn't call it little. Like I'm a bit kind of sad that the little Pottinger one from 17 is gone. You wait until summer for the upgrades. Some leaked bits for the Ryzen 3000 series looked super tasty. I'm gonna stick with Nvidia. I know Nvidia. I'm probably gonna stick with EVGA as well in terms of like the throughput company. I'll probably stick with an EVGA Nvidia. And I'll probably go for like a 2070, maybe a 2080 if I can afford it. But not a TI, good lord, not a TI. Use courseplay on this field? I don't blame you, Bradley. And links in Discord. Sweet, I'll have a look after the stream. I'm always curious what people decide to go with for their PCs. Because you get some really weird and wonderful builds around the place. Hey, Finton. As long as you're not going to do one of those stupid builds in Farmer where you submerge it in mineral oil. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. What the... What's this? By the way, who got the Father Ted joke I hid in today's video title? See you, Landy. I'll probably hang out in your stream when I'm done. Well, no, because I gotta record and eat. But I might hang out in your stream if I'm eating. You wait until I can't play Farm Sim anymore to upgrade. I found a new NVIDIA offerings at the current price point. They are a bit rich for what they are. Not placing it in oil. Good. Hate computer builds that are... Cows, Ted. So who figured out that it was a reference to the small faraway scene? Admit it. Admit it if you did, because I'd be very proud if you realised that it was actually a reference to the small faraway scene. The Browns coming to console, maybe Thomas. That's really all down to Giants, in a way, and how frustrated CD gets with Giants. That is one of the best scenes in Father Ted. This cow is small. Those ones are far away. It is liquid cooled. Well, that's the best way to cool a PC now. I ain't gonna criticize Kukula. Get a Titan. I don't need a Titan, Doits. I don't do CGI. Titans are made for doing graphical rendering. They're not made for gaming. As much as Nvidia try and sell them for gaming, they're made for graphical rendering. Hey again, Harrison. Father Ted's amazing, but the guy who wrote it maybe not so much. How much would that field cost? I'm already thinking of expanding. I don't even have the first bloody field ploughed yet. He's doing his best though. The little 6230. Deutz far, I wish I had the amount of money you seem to think I do. I really do. Because I wouldn't have anywhere near as many financial issues if I had the amount of money you seem to think I've got. Oh, is there a new GPU manufacturer coming online? I did not know about this. That's something desperately needed because the duopoly of Nvidia and AMD need to be broken. Mrs. Brown has gone to the dogs. I don't know. The problem with Mrs. Brown is it's... And Brendan O'Carroll will be the first person to tell you this. It's a vehicle for him to just get his entire family jobs and get them all making money. Like, it's his way of making sure that his family is provided for. What you type in for where? Apparently one, like any number. Like a billion or whatever. What's my PC specs? Nightbot has them because I can't remember off the top of my head. Nightbot should have them at least. There you go. Hey again, Byron. Mrs. Brown is hit and miss. I find it's usually funny though, Sam. Then again, I do have that sense of humor that just suits watching Mrs. Brown's Boys on repeat forever. Can you just... How far forward you are in cab? No, I don't think so anyway. Not without modding the tractor. I'll put it that way. How much of that 4TB hard drive have I used? It's gone as high as 2.5. Why only 150 gig SSD? Because I built this PC like 2 years ago and I had limited money. Plus I only really needed it for... I still do, really. I only need it for Windows. I'd love to get like a huge SSD, but the way that I tend to use hard drives is not conducive to keeping a hard drive for very long. You'll find that YouTubers end up going through quite a few hard drives because recording kills them. Oh, the chat show thing, Adam, yeah, it's stupid. That I'll agree with. The actual episodes of Mrs. Brown's Boys, not Mrs. Brown does a chat show for some reason, they're good. You just came off the farm. Yeah, Pedro has just the most insane computer I've seen. Can't find anywhere in the States that carries it. I can think of a few reasons why most American channels wouldn't carry it, Mark. The language is Irish, but it's in English, but the language is very Irish comedy style, and I'll put it this way: Americans generally wouldn't appreciate the language used, and most TV stations in America wouldn't put out a show with the language used. Does Pedro mod? Pedro fiddles with mods. He doesn't mod himself. You can get SSDs now that are terabytes big. You can wear the GUI. Hey, Dagmar. No, Mark, it's not that it's offensive, it's that it's, I'll put it this way. The BBC asked Brendan O'Carroll, the creator, to tone the language down a bit, and he said 2 words, the first of which began with the letter F. So it's not that it's offensive to Americans, it's just that the language can be very strong at times. Even the BBC generally kind of have to give warnings and stuff. Meanwhile, it goes on RTE here, on our like major network, and it's just like, it's Mrs. Brown's Boys. You know what to expect at this point, lads. Come on. Large SSDs currently have a 60 terabyte capacity. Good lord. Why would you want a 60 terabyte SSD? Your foot's gone sore? That hints at a trapped nerve, Jim says. How big is Field 19? Quite. It is quite big. It is one large boy. Also, we're gonna have a butt ton of silage after this, I've just realised. Let's type in for wear and equipment. I'll bring up, it should hopefully be on screen. It's not on screen because Courseplay did a derp. Type in GS and then add with a capital A and just tab through until you see where. You sure you don't mean 6 terabytes? Because that sounds a lot more logical. Sometimes the best thing you can do when you're looking for a command in game is just, like, put in the very start of it. How do you see how large fields are? I have no idea, Matthew. Hey, Sandman. Sometimes when I see numbers that are like insanely big, I just kind of divide them by 10. It's like, that sounds like it makes a lot more sense, but something tells me some idiot has decided to go absolutely lunacy with it, and that does exist. For first SSD to be announced, maintained its position as largest storage drive for a while until Seagate unveiled its own 60. Oh, why would you want that? Field 19 is 8.24 hectares, so about 10 acres. No, about 20 acres. Using a forage wagon for silage? Well, you act as if it's not done in real life, Spudman. Come on. We've all seen forage wagon silage. Or wagon silage, or whatever it's called. I know the actual word for it. How much does the silo hold? How much can you fit in there? That's been the answer since FS17, is like, how much can you fit in there? Because it really heavily depends on how much you can jam in there, because some people can fit a very small amount, some people can fit way, way more than I could. Hey, Jake. Why would you spend 10 grand on SSD? If you're running a server, a cloud server in particular, you'd want to have an SSD based system so that people could call up on it very quickly and easily. It's not that big in real life, but in farm sim it's huge. Yeah, that's the interesting thing The interesting thing about the change that was made to silage for FS17 is like suddenly the amount of silage pits that were on yards was way too much, because you could end up with, you know, 5-6 million liters of silage and just never use it. You kept the 1100. Interesting. There's only one clamp of the farmer. Even if there were 2 oxy, I'd say 1 is enough. 28 acres according to your game. How do you check, Adam? How do you check? I have no idea how to check. If you need silage, yeah, if you need extra silage on top of a pit of silage, especially, you know, farm sim pits, you're probably doing something wrong. It's 19 acres, you checked real life. You went to work acres when you're finished, but that works. You can do, no, I know you can do it in G, that's how Shy Wizard knows. I just don't, I can't do the hectare to acre conversion in my head. So, if it's 19 acres in real life, odds are it's 19 acres in the game, because Oxy tends to be pretty good at nailing those kind of things. You did a course playing game? Interesting. You're gonna have to get a big mower. Get butterfly mowers, yeah, it's not something you want to be doing with the mower that you start with, I'll tell you that much. Hey, VF. Like, I will be very honest, the starter mower is a bit small. So you're going to want to swap that for something a bit very much bigger. I do plan on swapping out the mowers for Big M in time, because Big M. And of course, generation page. Ah! Did not know this. I did start using that on that field, VF, and I think it would have done well. No, GS needs to be small for the console to understand it. Yeah, I'm going to be getting it on this map because I've not used it at all yet either. This field 18 so big. Yeah, looking at the map here, it is just the one field in real life. If you look at fields 2 and 3 in particular, they're actually in real life split in 2. And field 15 looks like it might be 2 fields in real life as well, actually. But I think it makes more sense as a slightly larger field in Farm Sim. Might be 3 fields. Sometimes, you know, changes need to be made to what's real just for Farm Sim's sake. Because there is such a thing as too small of a field for Farm Sim. VF, I've had a courseplay worker on Field 18 for the last 3 streams now, and it's still going. It's still going. I think it's on the headlands. Yeah, this field trolls you so hard, doesn't it? Because you're like, oh, that's a nice size of a field, and then you get up to the top and you're like, why is there another field attached to this field? Oh god, it's all the one. These is grass field for cattle as well. That makes sense, because they can, like, fence it off in areas. Am I going to play on a Slovenian map? If there's a good Slovenian map out, I see no reason why not. Does skipping night affect crop growth? I don't think so, Adam. It doesn't seem to. It seems to just be a time skip that does nothing other than just skip time. Yeah. Oh, on the bright side, Courseplay great. That's why I've been spamming grasswork, is like, I could put lime on field 15, but I still need to wait for the plough to finish on 18 first anyway. Can I add where? Sure. Yes. Add where amount 5. Here we go, that's this all worn. How does this look worn? Not as bad as the Massey Talander. And -5 to fix it. Is there a point in ploughing for these size fields? You get more yield in game, but if you want to turn off forced ploughing, you can. I'm with you there, Faye. It's right up there with the yards on Shamrock for me. He just keeps getting better at making good yards. And I know the yards on this map are just the real yards. Yeah. But like some farms in real life actually have yards that just wouldn't work in game. You picked one that does, and it's so nice. Hey Keen. Are you using a culti plough, Mark? That works too. Is it realistic? In real life they would plough the fields. In real life I've seen a 4-furrow plough out in a field about the same size as field 15. What does the Massey look like? You don't want to see the Massey Talander full wear, trust me. Don't know when contracts refresh. Yes, I do. I know how to force them to, Aaron. Save your game, quit the game, and then go back into the save. And that'll force a refresh of the contracts. Do I have a look at Peterbilt? I don't have that map, actually. MJ is going to get it to me at some point, but I've not had a look at it yet. Yeah, Jeremy, I like the way that you can start from scratch and stuff, but the yards on some maps are just too damn nice to not have them. Like, you'll find that I'll be starting New Farmer on a lot of maps and just swapping out the starter kit and tweaking the money. Using various cheats. I think field 8 did with a feet and a 4-furrow plough on Ravenport. Yeah. I mean, there's no rule saying you need to use logical equipment for fields. You can do silly stuff, and you know, it's usually done in real life as well somewhere or other. Just got done baling field 15, you got 74 bales. You get 75 off 18. Have I ploughed and limed this grass field? Not yet, no. That's another thing Courseplay needs to do. I'm tempted to go on a crop selling spree and see if I can get a bigger tractor. Because if I can get something over 300 horse, then I can get the bigger plough, the next plough up. But right now, neither of the tractors I have can actually pull the next plough up from the 5-furrow. There's a gap in game that I really strongly dislike it. But there is a gap in the plough sizes in game that's a bit extreme. 5-bottom plough on a 30 acre. I've gone over 175. Yeah, that's... This map is one of the reasons I'm not implementing like a minimum horsepower rule and just refusing to, because it's so big you kind of want to be up in the 200-300 horse range. Why have I suddenly got hiccups? Doing the JD took you 2 days because housework, yeah. Everything's kind of a bit extreme on this map at times, especially with the starter fields. Welcome back, Spudman. Sorry for the silence, by the way. I'm trying to stop myself from having hiccups, so I'm holding my breath a bit. A T7 220 horse, isn't it? Is the 210? Now I'm curious, because that's the one that I see the most. It's the one that's like ever around me. Is that really a large tractor? Well, there's no 210 T7? That's slightly annoying, actually. I'm hoping somebody brings out a mod that does have like the T7 210, 220 and stuff. Because the 210, there are so many around here. Either there's a lot, or I just keep seeing the same one tractor over and over and over again. I'm not entirely sure. But the 210 seems to be the most popular in the area. I think it's so they don't kind of overlap with the T6s. Dodge Craftsman, no. Like, I can get why some of the tractors are left out so they don't overlap with smaller tractors and kind of get the criticism for from, I guess, people who don't know as much. The 210 is, I think, the shorter wheelbase T7. I think the 210 is actually a slightly shorter wheelbase T7. It's I don't know if you can get it in the larger wheelbase, which is the T7 290 and stuff. .210 is standard wheelbase. So, standard wheelbase meaning same as the 290 or shorter wheelbase than 290? 260. Okay, yeah. So I am right there in saying the 210 is the shorter wheelbase model. Started watching Farm Flicks. I used to, but they kind of irked me. I don't know why. Does Lamborghini have a factory in Europe? Probably. See you, Jeremy. More sauce-based discussion tomorrow. Anyway, Dwatho, very honest answer is very few people over here even have, like, pickups. Well, pickup beds. People do have, like, pickup designs, but they tend to have the cabs on the back because, I mean, there's so much bloody rain here in this part of the world that it's kind of silly to have something open to the air. If you're spelling it with a V, that's probably your problem, Thomas. It's got a W. Huge gap. Yeah, but it's Giants trying to, like, make you use different tractors, because, like, if you want something in between the 175 and the 190, you gotta go to different brands. So it's kind of Giants' way of... And it makes sense, in a way, making you use all the different brands of tractors. Instead of just saying, I only ever want to use a New Holland. Or I only ever want to use a John Deere. It can be frustrating, and it is frustrating, but it's the logic there. Because, like, I'd love to get a 6135M, but is it the 35? It might be the 25. A smaller 6M that isn't in the game, but like, well, I just said the problem. It's not in game. At Marwell you can't find it. Yeah, if you look up Marwell Zoos nearby. People probably would do it for like front loader equipment and maybe stuff for for like manure maybe. But yeah, there's not many pickups anyway. That's all I know is they're fairly rare to see. What pickup style stuff we do have is based on vans here, not based on like trucks, like you'd see in America. Am I enjoying Marwell? Absolutely. It's right in my comfort zone of UK map that is really good. Nicely detailed. And big but not overly big. Not like something that you kind of are better off playing in multiplayer. Toyota Hilux, you'd see a few Mitsubishi ones. But yeah, it's mainly Japanese pickups. You'd see around Ireland and the UK. SUVs, estate cars, something from the 90s as a field car for the kids. Do I class a Hilux as a pickup? Yeah. I absolutely class the Hilux as a pickup. Do I use Modland? No. That's one of the sites that I don't use. I don't count it as very reliable. Personal opinion, by the way. Pajeros, Land Cruisers, I forgot, yeah. And then, like, you go back a few years and it was just Hilux everywhere because those things are unkillable. Hell, I still see a few of the old Hiluxes. Those things you cannot kill. Hey, Michael. How you doing today, dude? But yeah, most mod sites, unfortunately, for farm sim are very dodgy. I'd love to say there's a huge amount that are perfectly fine, but so many are bad. So many are bad. You've a Land Rover over 25 and 4 Maverick as farm vehicles. Yeah, you see a lot of the older Land Rovers as well. The 90s, the ones that Landy loves. Highest fans, yes, those things are amazing fun. Not that I've ever been in a field where somebody played a prank on an ex-rally driver by putting the handbrake in the middle of the field as he was making a slight turn to kick the back out, making him do a drift. No, never been involved in stuff like that. John should have a Dodge pickup. Dagmar, that would be near impossible to get the license for. By the way, guys, let me know when Landy's live. He should, in theory, be going live soon. Guy near you is the Defender 110 crew cab pickup. I didn't know they made that in pickup form. That's something worth mentioning to Landy, Reese. He's the Land Rover boffin. Farmer, plumber, or it's been stolen. Somebody's stolen the Hi-Ace. The days of field cars. They did make a 110 with a crew cab and pickup. I did not know this. Ford Ranger is a non-pickup counterpart. I knew that. Like, I know that a lot of pickups have non-pickup counterparts. And that Australia's weird and has, like, sports pickups. I don't understand that about Australia. Why does that pickup have, like, no ground clearance? Oh, it's a you, mate. A what? Is there a Skyfall? Trying to remember now. Landy should be live indeed, Dagmar, but he is not, it seems. Have I seen Spectre? I have not seen Spectre yet. No, I don't think I have anyway. I might have. He's 3 minutes late. I was apparently 6 minutes late. Or several minutes late for my stream, so it's to be expected that like people can be late. He's probably got held up doing something. Australia is a strange upside down place. Indeed, Yenis. Doesn't stop them from having good races, because the Bathurst 12 hours was stunning. What's the milk limit on Marwell? Is there a limit on how much milk can be stored? Pleasant in real life. Premium manual or hydraulic variant depending on ground hardness from 12 to 20 inches per furrow. Look at the website, set at 12 inch, 5 furrows, 5 foot. Yeah, plows can be variable. I could imagine him doing that, Oxy, and just cursing you forever. Because I've never hit milk limits. There might be a limit on how much milk can be stored in like a cow place. But I know all of that's moddable, so it's... Okay, Oxy hasn't modded it, so it's whatever the default limit is. Does anybody know if there's a default limit on how much milk can be stored by the cows? Second favourite track behind the ring? Bathurst! Yeah, I'm with you there, Yanis. It's hell to drive. It's terrible to try and drive in Sims, but it's a fun track to watch because it's just brutally insane. Would it say in the animal dialogue here? No, it doesn't. Yeah, I think it's like 800,000 liters. That's probably more milk than cows will ever make. So there is no limit in the XML files. See, these are the things that we need to investigate, guys. So Sam says it's 800,000 liters. Nathan says it's whatever you want. Oxy says there's no limit. Landy's live? Sweet. I will do investigating and come back to you guys with an answer at literally some point eventually between now and the heat death of the universe. AFS man, you're tuning in at the exact wrong time because I'm going to be finishing in a second. I see all the comments! Don't worry. Is there a problem with selling milk on Marwell? Apparently the sell points are a bit derped for milk. Potentially because Oxy didn't know that there wasn't a magic milk van anymore. Bear in mind, guys, Oxy doesn't play Farm Sim. He mods it and loves it, but he doesn't generally play. Landy's had to teach him how to do stuff in very basic stuff in Farm Sim. Hey, don't do that, please. A cow makes about 20 liters a day. Are you sure? That seems a lot of milk. Thank you. Yeah, I'm fine with that, Michael. That's fine. Also, I've just thought of a way to have secret mod chat. I'll mention it in the admin chat later. If you guys want to tell me secret stuff during streams. Just thought of a way to force that to happen. No, it can't. No, dang it. Never mind, disregard, because mods are immune. But that is gonna do it. That's gonna do it for me for today. I'll be back tomorrow morning with episode, was it 3? Of the Crowdsource Challenge with the wheel! The wheel! Oh dear. Yeah, most modders don't play the game. It's a fun little thing. It's like modders mod, players play, and there is a disconnect. The wheel will be in tomorrow's video, I promise. And I'll be back streaming again tomorrow as well. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.